Welcome back. Let's convert fractions to percents using common factors. Before I begin, if you're not already part of my subscription list, it would be lovely to have you on board. You can just press subscribe there. I help daily with maths, and videos are loaded Mondays to Fridays. 5 days a week I load material. Okay, so let's look at converting a fraction to a percent, and we're going to use common factors. So let's first just look at what's written here. If the denominator of a fraction is 100, then we can write the fraction as a percent. Now, as you can see, over there we have something like that. Basically, a percent is a ratio of a number over 100. So 60 to 100, which works out to be in a percent because it's over 100. So anything over 100 can always be written as a percent, and this you can see 60 over 100 is written as 60%. Okay. Right, now let's look at the next piece. So we can change fractions whose denominators are factors of 100 in order to convert the percent. This is where our factors come in. So we originally had here 3/10. Now you can see what we did was he simply multiplied the denominator by 10 because it's a factor to get to 100. Okay? That's to put it over the percent. But because we did that to the bottom, the denominator, we also have to do it to the numerator. So we're going to multiply 3 by 10, and it gives us 30. Now we have a number over 100, which means it's in percent format, and we can rewrite it as 30%. Let's look at one more. Here we started off with 3/5. So 5 is a factor of 100. We just have to multiply it by 20 to get it to become 100, because that's the goal. We want to make a fraction over 100. And because we did that to the denominator, we are now going to do it to the numerator as well, because that's the rule. What you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. So now we're going to multiply 3 by 20, and we'll end up with 60, which means we now have a fraction of a number over 100, which is our goal. In order to get it into a percent format, we can write 60 over 100 as 60%. It's quite simple. Right now, let's do a few more. We can see we have 15 over 50. And you can see 50 goes twice into 100. So we multiply it by 2 to get it to 100. 15, we're going to multiply by 2 simply because it was done to the denominator. We also have to do it to the numerator. That becomes 30. We now have 30 over 100, which we can rewrite as 30%. Let's look at these last three before we end this lecture. So we have here 3/4. We're going to multiply 4 by 25 because 4 is a factor of 100. You can go straight into 100 by multiplying 4 by 25. We do the same to the numerator. We end up with 3 times 25 is 75. 75 over 100 is 75%. Here we have 12 over 20. 20 is a factor of 100. So we can multiply 20 by 5 to get it to 100. Then we multiply the numerator by 5. That would be 12 times 5. That becomes 60. We now have 60 over 100, which is 60%. So you have to look at your numbers carefully, and if there are factors, this is how you handle them. It's the quickest way to get into percent mode. We know 25 can go 4 times into 100, so we're going to multiply it by 4 to get it to 100. We're going to multiply the numerator by 4, which gives us 40. We now have 40 over 100. That's 40%. Okay, so now be on the lookout for common factors of 100, and that's the quickest way to convert a fraction to a percent. We're going to look at dividing by common factors in the next one to convert to a percent. See you in the next lecture.